Welcome, my young apprentice. You may not realize it, but there is a great disturbance in the Force. A war is waging at your local video store. The battle of the Star Wars spoofs. First up, we have Blue Harvest, an epic retelling of the entire first Star Wars film using the cast of the excellent TV comedy Family Guy.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. All right, now what do I click?
Click Preferences.
Okay, I clicked Preferences.
Now go to Default Media Browser.
It's actually very clever and funny until you compare it to this. The upcoming Hot Chicken Star Wars special DVD is just about the most hilarious Star Wars spoof I think I've ever seen, from the team behind the cult animated TV show.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead. Gee, Panda, I just don't see how you can keep designing with no drawing arm.
See, there are very few movies that occupy as large a space in popular culture as Star Wars. It's been sent up in sketch shows, sitcoms, even movie trailers.
Now, the saga will continue.
You were expecting someone else?
But there's actually only really a handful of full-length Star Wars parodies. Now, probably the first was Mel Brooks' 1987 movie Spaceballs. Now, this is one of those movies that a lot of people remember really fondly, but if you go back and watch it, you realise that it's actually not that funny, except for Mel Brooks dressed up as Yoda.
You heard of me? Heard of you? Who hasn't heard of yogurt?
The problem is that it's a really superficial send-up of Star Wars. You know, names, costumes, lame stuff like that. Whereas if you watch the Robot Chicken or the Family Guy send-up, these guys know and love Star Wars in intricate detail, and they're spot on in how they send up all the ludicrous minutiae of the franchise.
Annie?
What?
Annie! Little Annie!
Jar Jar, I am no longer Anakin Skywalker.
These are some nice adults, you poopa.
The truth is that Star Wars spoofing has always been at its best when it's in the hands of people who really love and care about the movies. Hence why the very, very best Star Wars spoofs have actually come from fans online. See, some of the most seminal bits of online video and animation have actually been Star Wars spoofs. You got your Star Wars gangster rap.
You will join us or die. We got Death Star. We got Death Star. We got Death Star. We got Death Star.
The excellent Troops.
Troops is filmed on location with the men of the Imperial Forces. All suspects are guilty, period.
Hell, I would even rank the Star Wars kid in there. Look, it wasn't intended as a spoof, but in its own self-reflexive kind of way, it's this great parody of all the obsession and joy that Star Wars brings to people. Just look at him. All that joy just warms the Metachlorians. That said, the greatest Star Wars spoof has to be from the big man himself. The Star Wars Holiday Special was a TV show made for Christmas 1978, and ever since, George Lucas has been trying to bury it. Now, it certainly wasn't intended as a spoof, but my God, it comes across as one. Lucas unintentionally takes the piss out of his entire creation by introducing fake holidays like Life Day, having cameos by Golden Girls, and worst of all, letting Carrie Fisher sing. Lucas, you crack me up. Till then, may the Force be with you.